Hey y'all, and welcome to my Saturday reaction video. Y'all, I'm still trying to get the hang of this. Whether I should use the phone or use the computer. When I use the computer, the videos be lagging behind and it make it just not enjoyable. So I started trying to use the phone and I'm still trying to get the hang of it. So y'all just stay with me. The ones that do be watching, I thank you. Here we go. Let's listen to this. This is just kind of people giving advice to parents the same way I do. And I'm going to listen to their advice and then we'll reply to it.
If you don't get to damage your child, then turn around and be confused with the results. See, what you call an attitude, what you call in rebellion, what you call an unruly is a nervous system that learned how to survive you.
What do the kids say? That's bars. He spoke the truth. You can't damage your kids and then be mad that they turned out like they turned out. And that's why I say start with them early, with boundaries, because once you let them go and let them go, and then when they get older, they become who they become, and then it's too late to help them. Well, it ain't never too late, but he said that.
A lot of y'all finally get it together later in life. You heal, you grow, you learn about trauma, but then you look at your child like, why are you still like this? Because they're still living in what you created. Healing don't transfer just because you change. So the first thing you do, real accountability. Not I did my best, not I didn't know no better. Because to a traumatized child, that sounds like you minimizing what they went through. Real accountability sounds like I hurt you, I didn't protect you, and I'm not here to defend it. And then you let that sit. No rushing forgiveness, no telling them to move on, no trying to make yourself feel better.
Now, I'm a firm believer in what he said. You know, people always talking about you will reap what you sow, and they say, "Oh well, that's not for real." It is for real, because the seeds that you plant, they're gonna grow. Whether you move or change, those seeds are still gonna grow, and the seeds that you plant in your children will grow. And the type of adults your children become, or type of teenagers your children come, those are the seeds that you planted in them. And that's what's growing out of them. So, like he said, whether you change, just because you change and learned and grown, you need to move on. That happened when you was a child. No, no. You gonna have to live with them seeds that you planted. The Bible said, be not deceived, for God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Whatsoever a man soweth, that means whatever you sow, you gotta reap. God can't take that away from you. He powerful, but he's not gonna use his power to take them seeds that you put in the ground. They gotta grow.
Now this part right here, most parents can't do this. You stop taking their behavior personal. The anger, the distance, the cold energy, that ain't disrespect, that's memory. That's what happens when a child have to adapt instead of feeling safe. So instead of reacting, you become consistent. You be calm when they not. You be present when they pull away. Safe when they expect chaos. Over and over and over again. Because trauma was built on repetition, and the way to repair it is with repetition. Listen, you gotta let them tell their story even if it make you look like the villain. Because impact matter more than your intentions ever did. And the truth a lot of people don't want to accept, you might have became a better parent too late for the version of them that you wanted. But that's the consequence. But if you stay solid, if you stay accountable, if you stay consistent, you might not get your child back, but you may earn a relationship with the person that they became. And that's something you got to be grown enough to do.
True. I believe his name is Roderick Cole. Y'all go look him up, because he really got some good advice for parents. And it won't just help parents, but it'll help you as teachers too.
Parents, can we talk about gentleness with our teenagers? Here are 5 ways you can be more gentle with your teenager.
I know he's saying this for teenagers, but you could be more gentle with your other children too. But not so gentle that you don't teach them and that you don't set boundaries. And actually, the teenager years is probably when you should become more gentle with your kids because you have trained them up. The Bible says, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they are older, they will not depart from it. Because you done already trained them. Now that they teenagers, you don't have to be so hard on them and rough on them unless they haven't learned those lessons that you taught them, that you, not the school, that you taught them.
If you're new here, Dr. RJ, triple board resident at Indiana University, and I'm a parent too. First of all, watch your tone. You can be firm without being harsh. Tone teaches your teenager what communication is supposed to feel like. Tip number 2, let them finish. Don't interrupt them. Don't cut them off mid-sentence. Listen to understand, not to just react. Tip number 3, give them space without disconnecting from them. Teenagers are moody. You don't need to disappear just because they having a mood. You could say something like, I'm here when you ready, baby. That's what gentleness looks like.
I was going to try not to interrupt, but that is so true. You don't, just because kids say they want space and they don't, the times where they don't want to be around you the most is when they need you the most. Listen to that again. The times when teenagers don't want to be around their parents the most is when they need them the most. So you have to be an open door and let them know, hey, you can come to me. Let's, just, I don't even, if you don't want to talk, just sit here for a minute. Or we could, what he said, he got Dr. RJ. Y'all better listen, look him
Number
up.
4, correct them without tearing them down. You can address the behavior without attacking their character. Stop labeling these teenagers.
What I said, I wasn't going to interrupt no more, but that is the sure enough truth. Y'all do not, some people, when they discipline children, they tear them down to, oh, you bad. You ain't nothing. You are not like, one of my teachers even told me, I ain't never going to amount to nothing. I ain't going to be nothing. I ain't going to do nothing. You don't tear people children down like that. Don't tear your own children down like that. Don't tear yourself down like that. Don't do that. You can discipline somebody and talk about the behavior without talking about them. Teachers, take a lesson, because some of y'all do it the most. Tell them children they ain't going to amount to nothing just because you mad at them, because they done said something smart to you. Teachers, take a lesson, because y'all do it the most. I know I said that already, but it bears repeating.
Number 5, be patient with them. They are learning how to think, how to feel, and how to communicate in real time in a real world. And my bonus is always pray with them about their concerns, not just yours. Pray with them about their friendships, about their stress, about their fears, about their worries. Even pray for their friends and their friends' families. That shows them that you care about their world and not just their behavior. Gentleness is not weakness. You got to remember something. One of the fruits of the Spirit is gentleness. Your teenager may not even ask for gentleness, but they need it. If this helped you, send it to another parent. As always, I love you, praying for you, and I'll see you next time.
Watching Dr. RJ, but he gives some good advice. He gives really, really good advice. So I would advise y'all, watch them, teachers and parents, watch. Because teachers, if you learn some advice for the parents, you can use that in your classroom too. The same gentleness that he's asking for and requiring for parents to do, you can use that in your classroom. But gentle doesn't mean not standing firm on your boundaries. It's just a way to hold your boundaries without being rude and nasty. You can still be gentle. You can still have boundaries and show that you are the authority in the room without being rude and nasty. Y'all, this one more video and then I'm going to leave y'all alone.
Fathers should be hard on their sons, because a dad who's willing to push his kids' boundaries to make them harder, to make them finish what they started, is a dad that cares about that child's development and mental character, charisma in the future.
I think that's just for sons. I just think that's for children, period. You have to set, don't let them push your boundaries, but you push theirs because children don't know what they like. So sometimes you have to force them to do things until they learn. Like if your child say, I'm interested in the piano, and they take one lesson, because children think they can do stuff and I can play that's because they see it, they think they can do it. Then when they get started, oh, it's too hard. You got to keep doing it. You said you was going to try it. So you got to do it. That's what I made my fifth graders do this year. They wanted to join the orchestra because they think, oh, it's so easy. I can play this. Then when they get in there, they realize it's a lot harder than what they thought. And they were, I'm going to get out the orchestra. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to stay in there for the rest of the year. And that's what they had to do because that's what you do as a parent, not just on sons. Fathers, you should do it to your sons, but all of your children, at some point, you have to force them to do things until they decide they like it or they don't. But even if they don't like it, not liking a thing is not a reason not to do it. If you gave your word and said you were going to do it, you have to do it whether you like it or not. Not, you know what I mean.
Because if a kid is allowed to quit, allowed to skate by, allowed to not try their hardest consistently throughout their childhood, they'll become an adult that never knows what it means to push to actually do something worth living.
Truth right there. And that's why we have so many adults now who have these big dreams. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be this. But they don't want to do the work that is involved in being a millionaire. Then they wake up one day angry with the world and angry with life because they have these big dreams and they see other people and they think it comes so easy and they don't realize these other people are putting in work that you don't have to put in. You don't know the work that they are doing to become the millionaires they are. Thank y'all for listening. And remember, where the spirit of learning is, there is liberty.